Hi everybody, welcome to this final round playthrough for the expert division in the President's Cup here on the BK Golf Clash YouTube channel. Please hit thumbs up on the video. It does help support the channel, and make sure you subscribed as well. Plenty of drops already for you to have a look at, and if I didn't drop them, I'm showing you some tweaks, or indeed describing some tweaks that may help you get them in. But please leave me comments as you go on with your rounds. Let me know how you're getting on, and if you've got any tweaks, alternatives or suggestions, put them in the comments section, help each other out. And finally, join me Sunday evening here in the UK. I'm going to be live streaming. Pop in and tell me how you got on with your rounds. Good luck everybody. Let's get started with hole number one. Hole number one here is a hole in one. 1 bar of backspin, 3 bars side spin to the left. Kingmaker is fine. You can use, of course, a President's Cup ball, as I'm doing here, just to be thematic, but it doesn't really matter. Grizzly 9, top of +5 yards. Grizzly 7 or 8, starting at max. And we're pointing in the middle of that lighter coloured green square, the same column that the pin stands in. It's just a few before. So pause the video and have a look. Make sure your tip of the ball guide after spin is pointing in the middle of the right green square. Okay, so adjust max +10, power 3 settings, Grizzly 9 numbers, but it's 2 pulls over the bullseye, just to make sure you replicate that so that you adjust the correct number of rings. Untested in wind above 8 miles per hour. Always nice if you can switch to wind 4 if you get high wind with a Kingmaker. But if you don't have any other alternatives, then maybe take a token or 2 first. Subject to wind angle tweaks that you may need, this drops very nicely for a hole in one. Nasty wind angle on hole number 2. We're going to start with the quarterback, and we want, before spin, the bullseye just at the tip of the shadow at the top of +10. Bull guide pointing at the tip of the furthest shadow there. Then we're going to switch to APOC bag. In the interest of being fair, as I use the international ball, I'm going to use the USA ball here. Of course, you can use a Kingmaker as well. 5.8 top spin, 3 left spin, and then this shot will work with an APOC 4 as well, because we're not at max. So the adjustment is max distance, 0 elevation on this one, max +0. And then we're going to go with full overpower. It's a slower needle, be a little bit shakier with APOC 4 because you're near a max distance of club, but still nice and easy to hit perfect. No curl, just a perfect ball away, and the ball bounces beyond the shadows very nicely and rolls out here to a drive distance of 347 yards. Second shot, we're going to perform a pin check. So first thing to do, put the bullseye directly over the pin. Look at the plus yards displayed. +3 with the Grizzly level 9. That will be, of course, +6 with the Grizzly level 7 and 8. For that reference, 66% slider, 15% elevation. And we're going 1 backspin, ball guide passing the right edge of the cup, and it's going 2 green squares beyond. Red ring touching the rough, so loads of references there to help you find the right spot. So we are adjusting 66% on the slider, 15% elevation. 2% slider per yard difference on the pin check. Making our adjustment here. Single pull over the bullseye. Then we're going to take our shot, hit perfect. And this ball will catch the rough beautifully. Track onto the green and drop right at pin for an eagle on hole number 2. Hole number 3, thankfully, is an easier wind angle than we had in qualifying round. Setting up at power 5 max extension with a spin added, 5.8 top spin, ball guide pointing right down the middle of the fairway. Then we are going to adjust max +10. The reason I'm not going full top spin with my level of APOC is that I want to show you this can work with an APOC level 4. So max +10 is the adjustment. Then with an APOC 4 you will push back up to max regardless of wind strength or wind angle. APOC 5 and above you will push to +24 or +25. You'll see the bunker there just causes me a bit of a glitch in the plus yardage. So anywhere around 24, 25 yards on your plus yardage is fine. Full overpower, no curl, try and hit perfect, but a minor great left, minor great right. will still be fine on this shot, and we want to get down the fairway nicely here. If you want to use more topspin, of course there's nothing stopping you from doing that, but you may need to tweak the adjustment slightly and the setup on the second shot. 462 yards. Now we're going to go here with 4.5 topspin and 2 bars left spin. Then we're stretching out and looking at the second bounce. You'll see it is just over the rough line. Then we're going to aim at the pin as best we can with the ball guide that we've got. Look at how many rings of overpower you're stretching into. In my case here, it was 2 rings. So once I've adjusted, and that's going to be maximum distance, 10% elevation, I'm then going to push back up the number of rings that I was stretching out into the red. So adjusted max plus 10, spinning the camera around. I'm pulling up rather than pushing up because it's more accurate, but I'm on the line of the shot. 2 rings to push up, which we do, and then we're going to take a shot. No overpower needed here at all. The tailwind will push us nicely over the rough, and the top spin will take us nicely onto the green. Like I said, if you've got a different drive distance, you may want to tweak the setup slightly here. Not playing for the albatross, but in fact very close there, but a lovely speed, and we've got a tap in for the eagle. Hole number 4, going to play with the APOC level 4 and above and a Kingmaker. 5.8 topspin, 3 bars side spin to the right. With APOC 5 and above, start at the top of plus 10 yards. Ball guide as shown. Just a little gap between the blue ring and the rough with APOC 5 and 6. APOC 4 is going to set up at max distance. Then we adjust max plus 10, power 3. Final part of the equation there is going to be some right curl, going with 0.8 ball curl to the right. So look at the left edge of the Kingmaker. It's aligned with the inside wall of the adjustment circle on the right. Perfect ball away, as usual with curl shots here, because I don't use grids. I find the point where the circle just drops into overpower and then back up 1 click. That's how I get my power sorted when I'm using curl. 369 yards drive distance. Second shot, we need the grizzly in the bag in order to find the minimum distance line with our sniper. So find the min line and then push up, number of rings, count them until the yellow ring touches the rough line. 4 rings push up in this case. Then I'm going to add spin to have the ball guide going 1 green square through the hole. Going to be around 4.5 top spin, and as you could see, a bit of right spin as well. Might vary depending on your drive. Then we're going to play rings from min minus 15% elevation, power 4 settings. Important to change to power 4 settings here. For 4 rings from min, I played this one, I believe, 10% on the slider. It's 2.5% per ring. So 9 or 10% slider, catches the rough very nicely. Untested with a great ball, a great right may be tricky. We just make it in there. So maybe a click more topspin, have that ball guide a little bit further through the hole than 1 green square if you want to tweak that one. But there you have an eagle on hole 4. It's going to be another rough bump on hole number 5. We have headwind angle with a bit of crosswind. So first, power 3 ball, find the minimum distance line with the sniper. Make sure you got the grizzly in the bag. Red ring touching the bunker at the min line. Then we add spin to get the ball guide through the hole, and I'll zoom in on that right now. Ball guide through the hole, and it's going through by about 2 green squares. You can replicate my top spin as well as a guide. Then we are going to adjust a minimum distance, 5% elevation, power 2 settings. Minimum distance, 5% elevation, power 2 settings. Does take us into the bunker, so we're going to go with a bit of overpower to compensate. So look, I drag the ball down and you see the adjustment ring just glitches down. We want to be 1 click above that, so it's the point just before that circle drops down. Hit perfect, catches the rough nicely, and then falls beautifully for a hole in 1. May need to vary that overpower, or maybe not do any overpower at all if you don't adjust as far down into the bunker. So take a token or 2, assess your wind angle and wind strength, but there's something to work with on hole 5. Just taking a moment here to remind you all, I will be live streaming again after quite a long break this coming Sunday evening here in the UK. Join me. I've got a few questions to ask you all. You can ask me some questions as well. There will be some fun things as well, and maybe a couple of giveaways as well. So pop in, become a subscriber. You'll be able to chat live on stream. Join me there. I look forward to catching as many of you as possible on Sunday for the end of season 52 stream. Hole number 6, going to use the APOC 4 and above and a Kingmaker. 5 top spin, 3 bars side spin to the left. With APOC 5 and above, it's going to be setting up at the top of plus 10. APOC 4 is setting up at max. Different ring placement if you've got different club levels, so look at the ball guide instead, pointing to the right edge of the small green tree on the right of that little group there up ahead. Max plus 10 is the adjustment. And then we're going to go with half a ball of curl to the left and hit perfect. Wind angle and the curl takes us nicely along the fairway and approaches the rough. Not going to roll into the rough because there's a nice little upslope there before you get there. 358 yards. Second shot, going to play with the sniper. 1 bar of top spin. 3 bars side spin to the right. Add spin first, then find a little sticky spot there with the second bounce. Blue ring touching the rough line. Ball guide is aiming at the pin once I find the correct position, but is stopping a couple of green squares short. Apologies, I forgot to zoom in on this one. We're going to play true club distance, 0 elevation. So plus 9 yards is 3 away from max with a power 3 ball. 2.5% slider per yard on average. So this one is played 92% slider, 0 elevation. I'm aiming for a tiny flicker of 1201 pull angle here. Just otherwise I've found it comes in a little bit hot and to the left. So flicker of 1201 if you can. This is the key part to getting this shot to drop. Need to have a small tweak here though, which I'll leave with you. Perfect ball away. You'll see the speed is good here. We are just going to miss to the side of the cup. Just missing on the right. So not far off. Small tweak there, but a decent chance for the albatross. Hole number 7, we're going to add spin first. 5.8 top spin. 1 bar side spin to the left. And then with spin added, we're going to aim at the second flag from left to right. Top of plus 10 with the APOC 5 and above. Max distance with APOC level 4. Adjustment max plus 10, power 3 settings. Max plus 10, power 3. In my case, that is 6.1 rings. Then half a ball of curl to the left, hit perfect. And this has been a very consistent drive for me. It's going to bounce and roll down the fairway. And we're looking between 355 and 360 yards. We are 359 here in the video. Second shot, playing with the sniper. I'm going to add spin first. 0.2 backspin, 3 bars side spin to the left. Important to try and find the right spot here. There is a sticky spot there, moving left and right. Ball guide not moving much at all. You can see there's a few places it looks similar, but this one is absolutely the right one. Ball guide will be a bit short and approximately 1 green square to the left of the pin. You might need to tweak your spin amounts if you're struggling to find that position. Then we're going to use our plus yardage and go true club distance, 10% elevation. So for plus 4, I'm playing this one 80% slider. So 80% slider, 10% elevation, making our adjustment, and then we're going to take our shot. Perfect ball, no curl needed here. And let's see how this one goes. Bouncing up, second bounce and third bounce just before the fringe, missing slightly to the right. So maybe a little revision needed. Could even adjust slightly more, maybe try power 4 settings. Couple of suggestions needed there. Tough shot to drop though on hole 7. Hole number 8, we're going to use the Saturn because we need backspin. No side spin at all, just go max backspin with the Saturn. And then we are going to set up after adding spin with the third bounce directly at the pin. So third bounce directly at the pin. Plus 6 yards with Saturn level 10. The adjustment is max plus 70. It is not a typo on the notepad. We are going to play this one max plus 70 because that second bounce is so high. Making our adjustment here and then going to take our shot. Obviously there will be some wind angle tweaks needed, especially with different wind strengths as well. So use this one as a starting point. Perfect ball away, bounces onto the green, second bounce on the green. Third bounce glances the pin and falls, but you can actually drop this one bouncing just away from the pin and it will still roll back into the cup nicely. So it's not really a fluke. I have had good success with the max plus 70, but make sure you're setting up with the third bounce right inside the cup. Very nasty wind angle to finish here. It would be a premium ball really to get you within a chance for the albatross, but even then it's very tough. So I'm going to show you the safe eagle, or reasonably safe eagle. No move target with the quarterback and a power 5 ball. If you don't have a luminary, I would suggest going with a berserker, but you're going to have to tweak the adjustment because of the higher winds. So once you've found NMT with the quarterback, change to the APOC and go 5.8 topspin only. Adjust max plus 10, power 5, full overpower, slightly slower needle with APOC 5 and above, less so with APOC 4. If you've got more topspin, then you could investigate going with a load more topspin and then just tweaking the second shot slightly, but you will need to make some adjustments to that. We want to get as far as we can here to make the second shot slightly easier, but I'm showing you here that you could do this with an APOC 4. Second shot you will need the big dog or the cataclysm. I'm going here with 4 topspin, 2 right spin. If you're playing with a berserker, you're going to have a lot more wind push against you, so you might need to increase the topspin. Very tough shot, this one. Half of the red ring inside the rough with this level of club, and then we're going to adjust max plus 0, power 5, and regardless of what we adjust into, we're going full overpower and full right curl. This is just a case of getting it to the green safely. Not going to get an albatross with this shot, but this is a really tough wind angle. Minor great right is still fine though, and we want the second bounce to clip the rough and roll out. From there you're going to play standard no spin Endbringer school shot, 20% elevation, power 5 settings. It's going to be around 55-60% on the slider. You can tweak obviously from there if you want to with those shots depending what topspin you've got available, but like I said, if you want to go for the albatross, you're going to need a hefty premium ball and a few tokens to dial it in. Very, very tricky wind. Thank you very much for watching this video for the President's Cup in the game of Golf Clash. Hope you found it useful. Finally, head on over to us on Facebook, search for BK Golf Clash and join our group. Loads of members there. There are some brilliant content creators providing free text guides, links to other channels as well, and some great discussion points, all designed to help you improve your game. So check out all the stuff here on the channel on YouTube, but also on Facebook as well. Thank you for watching and good luck in the President's Cup. Hope you all do well. See you soon. Take care. Bye for now.